Then somebody like Donald Trump ascend the throne as the United States of America. And I love the movement that the man is making so seriously. The man is working. That is the person who love the people, who love humanity. See the way that this man, Donald Trump, is working, because that is what he promised his people. And look at the way he's going. He's pointing fingers seriously. Mr. President, Nigerian president, they have issues before regards to drugs, and they have warned him. That's why you see this morning, Donald Trump is triggering for his impeachment. And as
I don't. But a lot of people, I don't know why on social media they comment.
As I talk to you now, in National Assembly, they are going zigzag. Do you know why they are going zigzag? State of confusion here and there. Is Donald Trump now? Is Donald Trump now? And many of them have many cases to answer. You understand? Many of them have committed one thing or the other. That is why they are in trouble. They are in panicking. And their money too is in abroad and it's under the control of Donald Trump. He may end up seizing their money.
Now have power to take him to court. Yes. He can sue. They can sue him. Yes, that is our corporate existence in Nigeria and even any other place in the world.
Then somebody like Donald Trump ascend the throne as the United States of America. And I love the movement that the man is making so seriously. The man is working. That is the person who love the people, who love humanity. See the way that this man, Donald Trump, is working, because that is what he promised his people. And look at the way he's going. He's pointing fingers seriously. Mr. President, Nigerian president, they have issues before regards to drugs, and they have warned him. That's why you see this morning, Donald Trump is triggering for his impeachment. And as
I don't. But a lot of people, I don't know why on social media they comment.
As I talk to you now, in National Assembly, they are going zigzag. Do you know why they are going zigzag? State of confusion here and there. Is Donald Trump now? Is Donald Trump now? And many of them have many cases to answer. You understand? Many of them have committed one thing or the other. That is why they are in trouble. They are in panicking. And their money too is in abroad and it's under the control of Donald Trump. He may end up seizing their money.
What he's saying, as if he has not seen the four wall of school. The court doesn't have right to impeach him. He said it on the paper this morning. He said it on the paper this morning. Then again, because of his Ochichinchibu, that is Ochichinchibu in Igbo language, it means bad government, bad governance, bad leadership. People have right to take him to court to come and answer to bad situation Nigerians are going through. What does he think he is? Okay, Tinubu thinks he's above the law. People should go and tutor him on what? Citizens' rights. Yes, citizens got their own fundamental rights. Every man has it. Now, you said they don't sue you. They don't sue you, they cannot sue you. What do you mean? And you believe that they are the one that voted for you into power. They have right to take you to court when you are misbehaving. Actually, Tinubu has been, since inception of his administration, not coming out with good incentives for the people. I mean his own administration. He's bent on using money, public fund, our fund, to buy a plane, to buy a yacht, to build a house for Luremi, his wife. It is too wrong. He has right to sue people. People have right to sue him. That is what we are existing in this part of the world for. That is it. I don't know where he's getting his own claim from or his right. I learned that he managed mobile. It is wrong. I think it's just a rumor. Because the man is behaving as if he's not well tutored, even if he did not go to school. People can sue you to court, for Christ's sake. They are the people that voted for you. We went to the poll 2023. We voted and voted and voted people of our own choice. You use your money, you bought it from INEC. The mandate, the power that put you on that seat. You bought it with your money does not mean that people should not take you to court. If you kill, you are answerable to the person you kill. You are answerable to the law. The law must take its course. That's why people should take you to court. Of course, many people died during the protest, and you've been fingered as someone that ordered the shootings by the Nigerian military, and you are denying it. And the same people you shot, You expected them to vote you into power. In fact, Tinubu has gone a long way to actually let Nigerians know that he did not win this election that brought him to power. So what happened is that he forced himself there. He forced himself on us, and they expected us all to be slaves to him. So I don't know what he's saying. Where he's got his point is what has been putting me into pain to understand.
He said people that are charging him to cause award are faceless entities.
You know, that they not to allow them to get access to their money again. Or else he will tell them, go to Nigeria and explain yourself how you make those money. You know, Donald Trump can do it. You see why he has so rock and the Senate is, you know, is running helter-skelter. You know, see, it is the high time that Nigerian politicians wake up from their slumber. It is the high time they stop this their criminalism. It is the high time they stop this their selfish mentality. It is the high time they think on positive things concerning this country. They should stop being negative, because their negativity is becoming too excess and too obvious. Well, and check, starting from the councillor down to president, they are just self. Nothing like, let's do something that will make the masses enjoy. Nothing like, what will the people that I am controlling or under my control, how will they feel? How will they relax? And there is something yesterday, I was studying the word of God. I found out the Bible now said that the greatness of a king, that is according to the book of Psalm 46, verse 11. It said the greatness of kings are determined by the number of the people that he rules. You understand? So, and then now, look at the marginalization, intimidation, and the killing that Tinubu government is doing in Nigeria. Look at what happened in the east. Look at what happened in the Boronu. The commanders that died, over 30 persons at home have been ransacked and they have been murdered in a cold blood by herdsmen in the eastern part of Nigeria, Ebonyi State to be precise. Look at in Ondo, herdsmen killing the farmers as well. Look at in Boronu, 21 commanders killed by these people. And instead of Tinubu looking at it, he was busy, you know, oppressing. Imagine, during protests, some people were killed, while children of 8 years, 9 years, and 11 years was arrested by Nigerian police, order from above. And they were kept in this cell for 90 days without food. And at the end of the day, they were attacked that they want to overthrow government. Where is that? Where is the place this kind of thing do happen? Where has it ever happened? Or where is it happening? Only in Nigeria. Why should Mr. President think like that? Because his own conscience and mind is not okay. It's not good. That's why he thought of it. Because I wonder what will 80 years old who come in the street to air his view, opportunity is given to him, because that is the only way for him to tell Mr. President, what you are doing, the way you are treating us or our parents is not good. You understand? Treat our parents, be fair with our parents so that we can see food, because those ones, you don't expect them to go and look for food by themselves now. You don't expect them to clothe themselves by now or do anything. Rather, the only thing they should be doing now is to go to school. Nothing but to go to school, have a good education for themselves. And who are the people that will sponsor their academy? Is it not their parents? So they come out, that is their own opportunity, you know, to showcase how they are feeling. You arrest them. You starve them for 90 days. Is that not wickedness in the highest order? That is wickedness in the highest order. Even in Israel, people are protesting. America, people are protesting. Even look at Putin, they say he's a wicked man, is this, is that. Do you know that people are still protesting in Russia? Putin never killed anybody, neither did he arrest anybody. Go to Germany, go to France, even in UK, and in Finland too. Go to Palestine, go. In Jerusalem, the other day I saw people protesting. You understand? It is their civic right. And that is their own way of even letting you or telling you the way you are going. You are not supposed to go there. I see it as a way of correction. If truly you want to be Mr. Nice Guy, you should look at what these people are pointing at. Then you will now restrict your step, adjust your way. In order, because they are the one that you are ruling. And they are the one that put you there. You understand me? So they look up to you because we have sent you there. Then they are looking up to you for you to do what? To bring something positively in return to them. And now you are doing them bad. They come out to tell you, Mr. President, see this thing you are doing is wrong. Instead of you to air their view, to listen, you turn against them. You understand? With the arms, not just you turn against them just like that. You turn against them with the arms, intimidation, moroseness, and it's not good. I could remember during the time of Jonathan. Jonathan, when he watched and saw what was going on, he came out and called one or two persons. What is going on? What are we going to do? That is how it's supposed to be. But in Mr. President Tinubu time, his own is to kill and to accuse people and to intimidate and to humiliate people.
Okay, but we've seen Nnamdi Kanu's counsel in the time past say that we know that the friend of Nnamdi Kanu is the chief of staff for
USA,
America, Suzy Willie. So, but Alhaji Amakor said that Nigeria will continue to suffer, economic crisis, security-wise, and everything. So, as long as Nnamdi Kanu is in the DSS custody, do you think that is right with what he's saying?
Of course, of course. Currently now, Donald Trump will withdraw his aid. Aid means support. His backup from Nigeria totally, and that's why if you you follow up, you discover that some persons with HIV have died. Many. Now many of them are Nigerian.
But the federal government have signed 4.8 billion as regards this now. I don't think they need Trump aid any longer.
Okay,
for the meantime,
4.8 what? Billion naira
support, yes,
to support. What is 4.8 billion naira? Are you going to use it to compare dollar? Ordinary $100. Don't you know how much it is in Nigeria? Can they, excuse me, and secondly, let me tell you this, my brother. That 4.8 billion that they signed, is there any concrete evidence that that money is actually, being used for that purpose?
Why would it not be used?
Is it today within Nigeria? It's not today. They may sign it, never approved it. Yeah, it's not today now. Many things have happened. Which go to excuse me. Do you know how much they have spent? They told you now that they have spent in the refinery that is in Port Harcourt. Go and Warri refinery. Go now whether it's working. Is it working? No, that is the capital. No, it's not working. So it's not today they are telling us something that they do which they never do anything. And two, some stuff, even if they sign it, somebody will collect that money and use it and run his own personal business. That is Nigeria for you. I am not saying what anybody is far from. I'm saying what everybody is familiar with. And how far do you even think that money will go? We are talking of HIV. If actually we are to treat the drugs, do you know how much the drug costs per day? And how long will that 4.8 billion, how long will it, last them? So on this, it is good and I am happy that Aso Rock and Mr. President is in smoking of fire because Donald Trump has sworn to deal with any nonsense pertaining to Nigeria. Thank you.
In the past couple of days, a lot of groundbreaking events has unfolded and a lot of top events has happened in Finland and in all parts of the world regarding this man known as Simon. Yes. In this video, you get to see and understand how the US president, in the person of Donald Trump, currently is actively involved in the case of Simon. You get to see how some administrative bodies and some companies domiciled in Finland are suffering because this man currently is placed in detention. Yes, in this said video, you get to see and understand how top politicians domiciled in Japan have come together to form a strong and formidable team that will definitely fight in favor of Simon. In this said video, you get to see and understand how Finland as a country has been placed in a very, very tight corner by Donald Trump because of the way and manner they have been treating this man known as Simon. This is going to be a very, very big and interesting video. So I will urge you to grab a popcorn and a bottle of Coke because it's going to be a roller coaster ride. So I will advise you to watch this video up until the very, very end. So first thing first, let's start with our very first update. Well, as we speak, this man known as Simon has taken over major publications, newspaper outlets and TV channels domiciled in Finland. Yes, as we speak, this man's face is all across the media and all across the news. Why is that so? Well, take a look at this recent update coming from Yale. As we all know, Yale happens to be one of the biggest newspaper outlets and media house domiciled in Finland. So these guys came out recently to give a very, very clear and peculiar update about Mr. Simon. So let's take this news one after the other. Well, shown right now on your screen is the very first briefing from Yale, where it states subsidies for private roads plummeted. It is not even worth starting planning or a road renovation, says an expert. This news publication also went a step further to make more clarifications, where it states many roads are really bad, says the road manager. Interestingly, just in case you don't understand what is currently happening in Finland and what Yale are trying to portray or pass across, well, for better understanding, take a look at this publication. Simon has been influential in local politics in Lahti. He is currently a member appointed by the National Coalition Party on the Lahti Region Public Transport Committee, but he has not recently attended the meeting of the committee for a very long time now. So the question here is, what is happening? Well, some individuals domiciled in Finland came out recently to complain about the poor infrastructure when it comes to transport and easy movement or shipment of goods and services in Finland. Yes, they came out to complain that since after this guy was detained by the Finnish authorities, the citizens have noticed a wide-scale decline when it comes to transport and road network connectivity in Finland. So they're calling for the government to look into this particular problem as soon as possible, or better still, bring back the individual who was in charge of this road transport or road network system in that city in that point in time. Anyways, moving on swiftly, let's look at our second most interesting update that will be discussed here in this video. Just in case you don't know, the current president of the USA, in the person of President Donald J. Trump, made very, very interesting moves and a very, very interesting remark that will definitely change the way and manner international bodies, Finland, Nigeria, and so on and so forth, sees Mr. Simon going on forward. Yes, the president of the USA currently has this man, Simon, in his full administrative book. How did he get to know about Simon, or how did Simon get under his radar? Well, a couple of days back, an individual under the USB, that is to say, an individual under the United States of Biafra, made a trip to Japan to meet with some of its top political party members and some top rulers domiciled in Japan. Well, shown right now on your screen is a video taken from that day and time. As you can see, we have this man. This man is known as Mr. Honorable Henry Azubuike, and he met with Japanese political leaders that support the Biafran movement and also support this man known as Simon. In this meeting, a lot of discussions were had and a lot of rulings were made. And in that meeting, Simon's name was mentioned a couple of times. Well, in conclusion, these Japanese politicians who met with Mr. Azubuike came to a conclusion and came or derived to an agreement. Yes, these guys agreed collectively that they will meet the Prime Minister of Japan in the person of Shigeru Ishiba to discuss the rulings of that meeting. That is to say, whatever these people discussed in this closed-door meeting will be presented to the Prime Minister of Japan in the person of Shigeru Ishiba. So the question here is, why is this man even important? Why is the Prime Minister of Japan even needed in this conversation? Or why is even needed to be part of this meeting? Well, for better understanding and for more clarity, take a look at this news publication coming from Japan, where it states, Japan Prime Minister Ishiba eyes US visit for summit with Trump. Yes, just in case you don't understand, the Prime Minister of Japan is scheduled to meet with Trump on the 7th of February. That is to say, is scheduled to meet with Trump this month. Yes, the Prime Minister of Japan will have to travel to the USA, to Washington, D.C., meet with Donald Trump in the White House to have a series of conversations and how to strengthen the relationship between Japan and USA. Well, for better understanding and for more clarity, the After Press, one of the biggest news publications in the world, asked the Prime Minister of Japan in the person of Shigeru Ishiba to explain the main reason why he wants to meet with Trump in person. Well, take a look at this publication and take a look at his answers. He said, Japan's leader says he's preparing for a tough negotiations with Trump on maintaining U.S. presence. As you can see, the AP used the word tough negotiations to explain this guy's meeting, or this guy's potential meeting with Donald Trump in the USA. This is going to be a very, very interesting one, because this guy, the Prime Minister of Japan, in his own words, promised to bring the conversation of Simon in the presence of Donald Trump. And that is not even all. A lot of exciting things has happened behind the scenes regarding Trump and Simon. Well, for better understanding and for more clarity, a couple of days back, the Deputy Prime Minister of Biafra, in the person of Ngozi Orabueze, traveled to the USA, to Washington, D.C., to hold a very, very important meeting with a politician domiciled in that country. Well, for better understanding and for more clarity, take a look at this publication where it states, breaking, just stepping out from a formal private meeting with those that matters in Washington, D.C. towards our recognition. USB is on the table. We will keep Biafrans posted. Yes, this guy has held a very serious meeting in Washington, D.C., which, as we all know, is the capital city of the USA and also is the official residence and the official workplace of the president in the person of Donald J. Trump. So the question here is, why is Donald Trump so much interested in Simon's case? And why is the Prime Minister of Japan even interested in trying to bring up the conversation of Simon to the president of the greatest and the biggest country of the world? Well, for better understanding and for more clarity, let me explain. Showing right now on your screen is a list of Donald Trump 2024 presidential campaign endorsements. Yes, this is a list released by Wikipedia, which happens to be one of the top websites domiciled in the whole wide world. Yes, so Wikipedia made a very, very interesting revelation and publication a couple of hours back. In that publication, this guy has made a list of individuals who supported or individuals who endorsed Donald Trump. And let me show you something interesting and something many Nigerian news outlets and media publications are yet to release or are yet to see or notice. Well, showing right now on your screen, it's a listing of some individuals who supported Donald Trump. And if you look closely, you definitely see Mr. Simon, who happens to be the Prime Minister of the Republic in exile from 2003 up until this day and time. And if you look below his name, you definitely see a man known as Viktor Orban, who is the Prime Minister of Hungary. So why is this publication even necessary? Well, as we speak, Donald Trump seems to show, or is trying to reciprocate, the love and support he received during or before his campaign. Yes, as we speak, this man is currently reciprocating the support he received from individuals. That is to say, all the influentials or top figures who use their platform to campaign for him are currently receiving great light from this man. Well, for better understanding and for more clarity, take a look at this publication coming from the NBC News, where it states, Trump's endorsement faces first test of his presidency in Florida special primary. It also went a step further to give more clarifications so you can understand what is currently happening. As you can see, this man is showing love and support for every individual who supported him. And based out of a formal publication from Wikipedia, Simon's name is one of the first international politicians who came out openly to show love and support and who came out openly to endorse Mr. Donald Trump. And this was highly recorded during that session. We're moving on swiftly. This man came out, that's to say the president of the USA, came out to make very, very interesting comment and statement, which was released on the 2nd of February 2025. That is to say, this was released on Sunday of this said month. Well, for better understanding, take a look at this tweet where it states, South Africa is confiscating land and treating certain classes of people very badly. It is a bad situation that the radical left media doesn't want to so much as mention. A massive human rights violation at a minimum is happening for all to see. The United States won't stand for it. We will act. Also, I will be cutting off all future funding to South Africa until a full investigation of this situation has been completed. And like I said, this publication was released on the 2nd of February 2025 in relations to some political issues in South Africa. But the moment Donald Trump released that tweet, something happened in Finland. Yes, as you can clearly see in this tweet, this guy is all against any human rights violation. That is to say, if you don't treat a human accurately or treat them according to the laws of their fundamental human rights, will be in the bad books of Mr. Trump. So the moment he released that tweet on Sunday, something very, very interesting happened in Finland, which definitely threw a massive punch to their economy. Well, for better understanding, take a look at the publication from this media house known as Yale. Well, in this channel, we only publish news from Finland coming from Yale because this happens to be one of the top accredited media houses and publication in that country. We don't share news coming from anywhere else. We only show or portray information coming from this media house and TV channel. Well, Yale released a publication which states the fear of Trump immediately pushed the Finnish stock exchange ugly into the red. Many national stocks are down several percent. This is a very, very interesting one because the sudden decline of Finnish economy happened immediately Donald Trump released that tweet. This